Hi, it's Wolf from StormTheCastle.com, and here on YouTube you know me as what? Epic Fantasy, that's right. This is the YouTube channel with the dragon. That's right, that's El Guapo. Take a look at him right there if you want to learn more about El Guapo. I got plans for him. Going to see more of him coming up this spring, which isn't that far away. Oh, and also I broke a little part off of him. I'll show you a quick video of that. Oops, I'm going to have to repair him, but that's all right. This tutorial is a Skyrim weapon. This is the basic sword in Skyrim, the iron sword. That's right. So I will show you how to make the iron sword from Skyrim. Comes out really good. I like this. Really like it a lot. It's got a great iron look to it. Isn't that wonderful? I will show you that technique and how to make that. It's not that hard. And of course I give you the template so you can download it. You get all the shapes and everything. You can print that out, cut it up, and make the iron sword yourself. If you're a Skyrim fan, you might want to do this one. I got a lot of Skyrim stuff, including the iron helmet. I got Daedric weapons. I got all kinds of Skyrim stuff. You know, I love the Skyrim. So that's it. I'm going to say a couple of things. Thanks for subscribing to my channel. If you're not a subscriber, hit that button. Lots of fun and interesting stuff. You know, leave a comment. I read all comments. I'll leave a project suggestion. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. You know, love to interact. That's it. We will launch into the introduction. Just one thing real quick. This is what's next, the next video, upcoming. I haven't quite finished it yet, but this is the ring wraith sword from Lord of the Rings. See it? Isn't that cool? Just out of foam board, a little bit of wire. That's it. Of course, I'm going to give you the template for this. So that's the next video. Watch for that. Let's launch into the introduction, and then we will do how to make the iron sword from Skyrim. Thank you. Dioramas, origami, catapults, and treasure stays, telescopes, terrariums, bonsai trees, and paper games, swords and shields, and real blacksmithing, model rockets, animation. I teach the art of real creation. StormTheCastle.com. Let's make something. Okay, let's get this sword built. Print up the template. The URL is in the description below, and cut out the various pieces. Tape together the two pieces that make up the blade, just like that. And then cut out all the pieces that make up the handle. And tape those two pieces together just like this. And you're going to use those pieces to trace onto foam board to make your various sword pieces, just like that. And the booklet tells you exactly how many pieces of each. For example, the blade has 2 pieces, so you make 2. The handle has 4 pieces, so you make 4 of those. Just like this. Looks good. Now go ahead and cut all those pieces out. You can use cardboard for this project if you don't have foam board. Now let's glue everything together. Those are the 2 pieces of the blade. You glue those together and put some books on it to keep it nice and flat while it's drying. Don't forget to cut out the little hole in the middle of the pommel piece like that. So let's assemble the handle. There are 4 pieces to it like this. The 2 slotted pieces go in the middle, and the whole complete pieces go on the outsides. Now whenever you glue foam board pieces together, after it dries, trim them down a little bit like this. And then sand it nice and smooth. On the handle, we want to round it out a little bit, so with a knife, cut off the corners, all 4 corners like this, and that rounds out the handle. And then sand it smooth. Do the same thing on the blade section. Now we're going to do some detail work on the handle. We're going to wrap a piece of rope just underneath the guard like that and glue it down. I'm going to do another one just beyond the pommel. And if you don't have rope like that, you can improvise something. Try anything that's about that shape and size. Doesn't have to be rope. And then use some wire like this on the handle to give a nice look. It's like a grip. Any kind of wire will do. House wire. We're using Arts and Crafts brass wire. It's really soft and pliable and easy to work with. Now before you put the bottom piece of rope on, just under the pommel, make sure you put that ornament on there so you know you have room like this. See, it'll go there, and then glue that onto. And then we're going to wrap up the handle and you'll be all set. I'll wrap up that handle with some kind of electrical tape. It can be white, it doesn't have to be white, it can be black, it can be any color. But electrical tape works pretty good for this because it's very soft and flexible. You can wrap the whole handle. Looks good. And then glue on that, I call it the key piece, I don't know why. It looks like a keystone piece or something like that. Glue that on. And there's one on the other side too. Make sure you glue that one on too. But it looks good. It's starting to look really good. If you make this sword, make sure you send me a picture. I will put it on my website. Now there's a piece up here on the guard that you can that you should glue on too. And there's one on the other side too. And as far as assembly goes, we're almost done. Just one more thing we got to do here, and that's glue the two pieces together. So see it like that? There's a slot, those slotted pieces. You put some hot glue in that, or regular glue, but hot glue is the best. And then you assemble them together. Now make sure you squeeze it in nice and tight so a lot of that glue squeezes out. You want a good solid gluing on that. And that's it. Well, there actually is one more little tiny ornamental piece. I'll show you that in a second. Now, how do we get that iron sword texture? We use a gloss super heavy gel. This is an artist thing. You can buy this on Amazon. You can buy this at any hobby shop. And you kind of scrape it on with a popsicle stick like that. And it gives you that iron, raw iron kind of beat look. You don't want it to be real super smooth. You want it to be a little bit of rough with a little pebbly kind of finish. And you do that on the blade, you do that on the pommel, and you do that on the guard. And that's how you get that texture. It's really wonderful. Once it dries, it looks really good. So there's a strip that goes down the center of this blade. It's kind of like a fuller or a blood groove. Cut out the template to leave just that strip, and then you glue that strip on. Now, if you use just paper, it's kind of thin. You can go with it, but you might want to transfer it to something like cardstock or cereal box cardboard, a little bit thicker. You don't want to use foam boards too thick. You glue that onto right down the center of the blade, and then put your heavy gel on it again. So now let's paint the whole darn thing. Paint everything black. And once that dries, it looks good. Now we're going to just do the detail work, and we will be done with this thing. Paint your handle brown. You know, I got so much Skyrim stuff. You got to really check out the Skyrim playlist or something. If you love Skyrim, I got swords and shields and all kinds of crazy stuff. Now this is interesting. You dry brush on brown on the guard and the blade and the pommel. Dry brushing is where you put brown paint on it, but you wipe most of it off, and then you lightly brush so you don't get too much on there. See it? Like that. Don't get too much on there. You just want some accents. And then we finish it off with the silver paint like this. A little stronger, but that's also dry brushing, and it looks wonderful. See how that brings out that gloss heavy gel? See how that is? It's wonderful. That's it. Your sword is finished. That is the iron sword from Skyrim. You are ready to battle dragons. Thanks for watching my videos. Hop on over to stormthecastle.com if you want all kinds of stuff and all kinds of subjects. I don't just do foam board weapons. I do all kinds of things. But if you make this, send me a picture. Leave me a comment. Here's some more projects you might like. The glass sword, which is fun. The iron shield. The iron helmet. And hey, who doesn't want to make a sweet roll? Thank you.